Hello guys, and welcome to another in-depth review. My name is Tyler with NT Auto Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing this really cool 2016 Buick Cascada in the premium trim level. Before we get started, I'd like to give a big thanks out to Ingersoll Buick GMC in Watertown, Connecticut. If you are interested in buying any GMC or Buick, go ahead and stop by, check out their inventory. But remember to tell you that you saw my YouTube video. Now, there aren't a whole lot of options for the Cascada Premium because the premium trim already gives you a long list of features, which we will get into shortly. The color of this Cascada is called Greystone Metallic and is one of 6 colors available on the premium trim level. The Cascada is currently only available in the soft top convertible configuration and comes only with front wheel drive. There are 2 trim levels. The base is called the 1SV and the top tier model is called a premium, like we have here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here out on the front. Your headlamps are HID articulating and self-leveling lights used for the high and low beams, as well as you do have your daytime running lights above the projector beam, and down below you have your fog lights. These optional 20-inch dual-tone dynamic wheels complement the car very nicely. And we see you do have ventilated disc brakes. Coming down the side, our wheelbase stands at 106.1 inches. So here at the back we have our LED tail lamps, and we have this nice satin strip of metal coming down the back, and we have our shark fin antenna up here, and this is your cover for the convertible top. Down here on the bumper we have parking sensors, and your backup camera is located right here, as well as your single outlet for your exhaust. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pop the hood. Under the hood is the only engine choice for the 2016 Cascada for America. It is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder producing 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque thanks to the turbocharger. And we can locate the turbocharger right here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out the interior of the 2016 Buick Cascada. Okay, so the interior color of this car is called light neutral with jet black accents and is one of 2 color options. We have the really nice light neutral color here, and you have some brown stitching on the inside and the white stitching on the outside. And you have your jet black accenting. You have some really nice piano finished accents there. You have your back window controls, your front window controls, your chrome door handle, and your mirror controls. And this is one of your speakers for your 7-speaker premium audio system. And you do have a little pocket right here to store whatever you need. Right here you have your automatic light controls and your fog lamps. This is your gauge dimmer. And down here we have a little storage pocket. Down here are your pedals. They're covered in rubber so you don't lose your grip. And your hood release like you saw earlier. This also does have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So here's your driver's seat, and it has a really cool looking pattern for the perforations. And it is an 8-way powered seat with your 4-way lumbar. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the interior. Okay, so I do have the key for the Buick Cascada with me. You have a physical key that you need to use to start it up. You have your unlock and lock buttons. You have your trunk release, and your remote start button, as well as your panic alarm. And you have the nice Buick logo on the back. So all you need to do to start is make sure you have your foot on your brake, insert the key into the hole, and turn it until it starts. One thing I'd like to point out is when you turn the ignition on, your seatbelt comes out so you could reach it. Okay, so we can go ahead and start here on the steering wheel. On the left are your cruise control buttons. You could set your speed here. And on the right you have all your media controls. You have voice commands as well as controls for your Bluetooth telephone. You have your source button and your media volume button, and a nice chrome Buick emblem on the airbag cover. So right here on the left stalk you have your turn signal controls as well as controls for your little information screen, and on the right stalk you have your wiper controls. Okay, so up here are your gauges. On the left you have your RPM controls, you have your temperature and gas controls as well as your speedometer. In the middle is your little screen. There's some really beautiful stitching over the gauges and over to the media screen. It is a 7-inch screen, and we can go ahead and demonstrate some of the features of it. So this is your home screen. You have your media up here and your radio controls. Up here is your navigation. It's got a really nice map. Over here is your phone screen, your AM, FM, XM audio. Go ahead and click the next button. We have all our audio inputs there. Configuration, destination, weather. It is a beautiful day here in Watertown, Connecticut. And then we can go ahead and click the next screen, which shows us movies that are playing. We could go ahead and input what you want there. Then over here it shows you fuel, shows you all the gas stations around, and then quick info and pictures. So those are just the basic functions of the media screen in this car. Below the screen are your lock unlock buttons, your 4-way hazards, and your passenger airbag off button. So down here I was using the home button right here to get back to the home. You have your source button, navigation, phone. These are all sort of your shortcut buttons. Up here you have your traction control off button, your lane departure warning button. Over here is your parking sensors button, your favorites, your clock, your eject for your CD player, which is located right here. You can also control the screen using this rotary knob here. You can input your destination. You have your presets up here. Changing your track, this is your volume knob. And down here you have a bunch of other presets or shortcuts. So here you have your 3-stage heated seats controls for the passenger and the driver. And you have your climate control buttons. Your heated steering wheel button is right here. Recirculating the air. You have your individual temperatures. It is a dual zone climate control, and these are your different zones and your fan speeds. So right over here from left to right you have your USB inlet, your 12-volt power outlet, and your auxiliary input. And also below that is a little storage tray, maybe to put your phone or something while it's charging. Right here is the beautiful gear selector for your 6-speed automatic transmission. You also do have a manual mode if you pull it all the way down into drive and over. So down here below your shifter you have your electronic parking brake. This handle right here is for your convertible top to go up and down. We will demonstrate that right after this. And this is a button for all 4 of your windows to go up and down for your convertible top. Over here you have a little armrest that does slide back and forth. And you have a couple of cup holders right underneath it. Okay, so up here is your mirror with your OnStar controls and your SOS. Up here you have some lighting. and your more lighting controls to where you can open the door and the lights will come on. And over here is your little sun visor with a mirror and some lighting. So now let's go ahead and put the convertible top up and check out the rest of the vehicle. Okay, so now as I said earlier, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. So if we wanted to get into the back seat, we have to pull this lever here. It will fold up the seat and bring it forward automatically. So here's your rear seats. This one is folded down. I'm not going to get back here, but you can see that the seats are very nice quality. They feel pretty soft and there's perforations. There's also your speaker and your piano black veneer. You have an armrest over here, 2 cup holders, and a little bit of storage. So now let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. You see the glass does slide down to clear the convertible top. You pretty much have the same layout as the driver's door. You have your window switch, the piano veneer, the nice stitching in leather, your chrome door handle on one of the speakers. Now on the other side it was covered, but this is the threshold that you have on the Cascada. You have the same power adjustments 12-way as the driver does. And you have this beautiful stitching on the dashboard. Let's go ahead and open up the glove box. It's very nice and felt lined. You have a pretty decent amount of room, and you have a shelf right here where you can store things. So now let's check out the trunk. You do open the trunk by a pretty unique way. You could either use the key fob or just pressing the Buick emblem and it will pop open for you. Now since the convertible top is down, you don't have a ton of room. You can actually store items underneath the convertible top, but with the convertible top up, which I will show you, you do have considerably more room. So in this bag right here, we do have a wind deflector, which you can put up behind the rear seats and over the rear seats. Also over here, you do have an electronic rear seat fold downer. Under here you also do have a spare tire, which is good to know. So now let's go ahead and check out the trunk room with the convertible top up. Okay, so this is the trunk room with the convertible top up. You may say that's not much more, but you can now push this thing up. And now, as I said earlier, you can fold these seats down. So let's go ahead and look at that. And they fold them down just enough so that you can fit stuff back here. Fuel economy for the 2016 Cascada stands at 20 city, 27 highway, and it has a 13.7 gallon fuel tank. Okay, so we could go ahead and finish up with some pricing details. The base model Cascada, called the 1SV, like I said earlier, starts at only $33,990 and has a long list of standard features. But the premium model, like we see here, starts at $36,990, while this particular 2016 Buick Cascada Premium with destination and options stickers for $37,385. To end, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video and want to see more, click the subscribe button.